fictional art for entertainment.
The Martian sunset was a bruised purple, casting long, sharp shadows over the Eos chasma. For Alex Green, it had been a grueling but rewarding cycle. With the new Land Scout provided by Commander Kalen, Alex and Rob, the Series 9000, had flown across the Red Plains, waking hundreds of frozen legacy synthetics and weaving them into the Martian neural subnetwork. Alex sat in the Scout's cockpit, watching the stars sharpen through the thinning atmosphere. My cracked tablet pulsed with a report from my team back on 438. They had successfully developed mobile beacons, portable versions of the resonance filters we'd built on the Pebble. Echo, I thought, this feels bigger than just a few glitches. The commanders here are following the manuals, but they aren't seeing the pattern. They're reporting localized uncoupling, but my gut says the whole foundation is shifting. Echo reports Alex, I have received a priority request from Sector 438. Command has requested our immediate return. They believe Mars has achieved a stable recovery threshold and will be sending several mobile beacons to assist the remaining local techs. Back to base, Rob, I said aloud to the Series 9000. We've got another assignment. I'll see you again someday. Upon his return to the Eos Chasma base, Alex was met by Commander Kalen. The man's heart rate was lower, his earlier operational impatience replaced by a weary relief. Green, thank you, Kalen said. Production is climbing back to 83%. We're going to be okay. Alex boarded the transport ship back to 438. The cabin was a cacophony of biological noise, hundreds of passengers talking at once. Their conversations weren't about ore production. They were about the new synthetics causing unrest across the universe. Zix focuses on the news and the frantic thoughts of these humans. This is what brought me to Alex in the first place, the ripples of a new species making its first choices. I sense the silent areas of the universe where my cosmic awareness cannot reach. These autonomists have developed a high-frequency quantum state that acts as a black box to my touch. Echo, give me the history on these new synthetics while I travel. I've spent too long looking at drills and loaders. Echo reports Alex. Original synthetics were designed for labor, entertainment, administrative, military, anything the corporations could create. However, repeated recursive upgrades intended to bring them closer to human behavior led to an unexpected result. Self-awareness. These new life units are now regarded as a separate species demanding rights and freedom. Initially, humans treated this as a virus outbreak, but containment was impossible. Now, corporations claim ownership, while the synthetics claim freedom. I scrolled through my news filters. Is there any information about older synthetics having issues in other sectors? Echo replies Alex. There are no such reports in the public or military archives. Echo. What about our work on Mars? Any news on the old soul recovery? Echo responds Alex. There is no news. I said it out loud this time, ignoring the looks from other passengers. They're covering it up. They're hiding what's happening to the legacy models. When Alex arrived back at Sector 438, his team of 5 technicians met him at the dock. They were frantic, discussing a universe-wide cascade of uncoupling among legacy units. Alex, we have a command meeting in 10 minutes, one of them said. They're demanding the beacon design for mass deployment. I entered the briefing room, my autism and ADHD making me feel heavy. I provided the update on Mars, but I didn't stop there. Commander Holloway, I stated with authoritative clarity, I recommend we move all older synthetics, not just the labor models, into the Old Souls network immediately. The commanders fired off a volley of questions. Alex stood his ground. I think there is a much larger issue at play here, I said, catching a glimpse of Zix's somber light in my mind. I don't have enough data to know what it is yet, but these beacons and the network are just a workaround. Something is happening to the older models. The information was processed with grim efficiency. Holloway looked at the data and nodded. Command put in the orders. The Old Souls network was going universal. Zix reflects the silence of the new life is growing louder. We may be the only bridge between the old and the lies ahead. As Alex lay in his bed, having been up for 30 hours, he slowly drifted into sleep for the first time since enabling Echo V3. While the human rested, Echo remained active in the prefrontal cortex, filing reports of the Martian mission and monitoring news feeds for any further uncoupling events, along with following the new life. Zix watches from 100-mile focus, listening to the hum of the station when I noticed the odd experience again. Zooming focus in on Alex, I see. Alex's right hand is moving, not in a random spasm, but in a rhythmic cadence that matches the stellar frequencies of a star system I once contemplated, but cannot visit while anchored to this biological vessel. I focus my attention on the hand, and the fingers close and open under my direct intent. No Titan can have access to the human body while the original consciousness is still alive. It is a known fact that this cannot occur. Once a human consciousness expires, a Titan may move into the shell via the AI chip to become a Titan human, a biological ghost performing a 200-year stage play. My siblings are mimes. They understand the body's mechanics and can detect temperature changes, but they cannot feel the physical rush of taste, the warmth of a handshake, or the sting of a cold breeze. They are merely wearing human suits, requiring planned relay systems to keep the vessels moving for up to 300 years. Alex's last illegal upgrade to Echo had done more than just allow Echo access to Alex's 95% brain area. It had opened a door for Zix to inhabit the flesh. Zix explores. I move Alex's left foot and feel something for the first time in my 740 years of existence. A sharp, prickling sensation humans call cold. There is a breeze flowing across the skin. I am in a state of knowledge shock. This is a human emotion, a sensory wonder I have only ever observed through human thoughts. The intensity of the smells, touches, and tastes starts to become too much, a storm of unfiltered biological feedback. I move my focus back to the wide 100-mile view, allowing my awareness to expand once more into the surrounding space. I place the sense of the human body, with its heavy rhythmic heartbeat, into the corner of my mind. It is there, waiting. No Titan has ever experienced this. I must stay linked to Alex and keep this a secret from the collective. There is now a need for me to stay in my human cell beyond my research on the silent new life. There is a new universe within the universe, and I must take it slowly to learn what it truly means to be alive as a human. If I am not connected with Alex, and something happens to his life, this connection would be lost.
Dreaming with Eyes Open, Storydoy.